an opportunity that we can't pass up.
A tēnā koutou e te iwi, haruru mai ana te whenua nei o puke kohe, mihi kaua ana ki te maunga puhitahi, me te mōna manukau, nō reira waikato tainui tēnā koutou. Ke konei mātou ki te kura o Wesley mo te whiringa toa o te Chiefs Cup. E ke minui kei te haramai, ko Rotorua Boys High School, ki a Wesley College. Nō reira, ki te hunga mā taki, nau mai ki tēnei hōtaka. Ko ati rau ohia tōku ingoa, no tauranga moana. I'm here with my good friend Regan Williams. Tēnā koe, Regan.
Tēnā koe, ati rau. Ko Regan Williams tōku ingoa, huri o nai te rangi, no matapi ia hau. Yeah, awesome game today, ati rau. Looking forward to Wesley College versus Rotorua Boys here in Pukekohe in Auckland. Really big game today.
Yeah, what an occasion, Regan. We know a little bit about these schools, but I think the biggest thing is not just the kura themselves. And this year, it's the history behind both kura. Wesley College, he kura rongonui. Rotorua Boys, he kura rongonui. And lots of history between these schools. Obviously, a strong connection with a former principal, Chris Grinter. What an occasion.
Yeah, that's a big name amongst these two schools. Chris Grinter, ati rau. As you know, he was the previous principal of Rotorua Boys, but prior to that, he was the principal here at Wesley College, along with the famous great Jonah Lomu. So Wesley has a huge history in the New Zealand rugby system.
Yeah, that's right. And these two schools have a lot of history between them. There's been some great games between these schools in the past, and I expect nothing less today. If we see there, the Rotorua have turned out to come up from Te Waiariki, from Te Arawa Waka. They're here. They've got their taramu there. Their erereananga ona haki. They have the flags flying, and they know that Wesley often brings a big crowd, so they've come to oppose that with their drums and their flags.
All right, we've got some interviews coming up now, whānau.
Ai, kei kuna i te kaiako o Rotorua, he tino toki ki roto i te awhutu poro. Hika wera, Elliot, hika wera, congratulations for being here. Give us a bit of an explanation of how you fellas have got to this point, Hika.
Oh, she's been a pretty tough road for us, having to play Palmy boys, Tauranga boys, and then Hamilton boys. So boys are battle hardened. We've been fortunate enough with injuries. We've come through unscathed. So hoping the boys can turn it on today.
Rawe Hika. Just wondering, who's some boys that you think we should be watching out for? I know you'll be proud of all your team, but are there any players in particular that you're hoping will have a strong game for your side today?
I think it's a good opportunity for our leaders to stand up today. Hunter Weaver, Jake Hutchings and Te Ariki Rogers. I think in the full pack we need to have leaders standing up, especially this time of the season. So if we are to play big today, it's going to be up to those boys to really lead that way.
Kia ora, hika wera, and I couldn't think of a better man to lead them into that battle. Tēnā koe hoa, go well.
Kia ora, thank you.
Tēnā koutou. Kei konei te kaia ko Wesley, ko Lawrence tēnei. Lawrence, can you have a kōrero on how your school has come to this point? How has your team come to be in this final today?
Yeah, we sort of had to go through this year of qualifying back through counties after not qualifying in 2024. So we went through, won that game against Pukekohe. Then we had to go down to New Plymouth, play Francis Douglas, who are the qualifiers for Taranaki, which we got through that, which gives us a great opportunity to be able to host this final at home.
That's awesome, Lawrence. What a great opportunity for your kura and for you. What are some of the things you're hoping to see from your team today? What are you hoping to get out of your team in order to really compete against a strong Rotorua side?
Yeah, they've been on a pretty impressive last few weeks in particular. For us, it's about patience, control, playing a bit of territory, and then just backing our systems and how we do things. I think just uplifting each other really, mate, and get behind the occasion, embrace it, and walk towards the challenge.
Ka pai, Lawrence. I wish you and your team all the best. Kia kaha.
All right, whānau, and here we go. All ready for this big game. The Rotorua Boys High School team will be running out soon alongside the Wesley boys, and really looking forward to this one. Here they come. Rotorua Boys, number 1, Mason Barry, 2, Bronson Vander Hayden, 3, Cody Renata, 4, Tyler Phillips, 5, Hunter Weaver, 6, Solomone Mailulu, 7, Jake Hutchings, 8, and Captain Tiariki Rogers, 9, Pep Chisholm, 10, Tommy Macbeth, 11, Luke Rakuraki Richards, 12, Hieke Magavi, 13, Tauwaru Waititi, 14, Isileli Tutawhaiva, 15, Tokowaitua Owen, 16, Patilisio Tavake, 17, Fetu Paul, 18, Mania Christensen, 19, Rylan Rasmussen, 20, Te Irimana Hatu Edmonds Huriwai, 21, Tukotahi Richard Stefo, and 22, Tiaki Hunia.
Kia ora, Reg, that's awesome. And about to come out, Wesley College. Para mai te tini me te mano, hei te toki ia rātou. We've got a big crowd here. And at number 1, we have Ronley Kolomalu. Number 2, Chope Vatualiwali. 3, Tevita Torinipao. 4, Sete Loseli. 5, Epeli Pohiva. 6, Sini Asitomani. 7, Lomise Toaisi. 8, Tini Manuika. 9, Oscar Fraser. 10, Levi Byers. 11, Pio Natutusau. 12, Eric Tuasala. 13, Simi Kelly. 14, Eti Taulanga. 15, Jerry Mote. 16, J.D. Lea. 17, Lucas McFarlane. 18, Tyson Forbes. 19, Eric Tapusoa. 20, Lucas Makiha. 21, Apo Aria. 22, Jesse Lingaivu. Tēnā koutou, Wesley. Tāhua ngā ingoa ki roto I te kapara. Regan, I'm going to have a rest after saying all those names there, what?
Ka pai, Atiroi. Just going to look at the haka.
Hey!
Mihi atu ki te kaha, o enei, kapa e rua, ka puta te ihi, te wehi, te mahi rangatira o te haka, no reira kua takoto te manuka, e pakanga kei te haramai.
I tautoku atirau, you know, the haka from both team, the mana, the passion, it's such a huge thing in secondary school rugby across Aotearoa, and I'm sure all the whānau know that these boys are there for their whānau, not just their school, but everybody else who supports them.
Yeah, that's right. The haka is part of them. They're the haka is them. And it's a beautiful occasion, a beautiful way to start this game, and very a key part for us as people of Aotearoa.
As you can see, whānau, it's a beautiful day out there as well. Beautiful running rugby, I'd say, today. No wind. Awesome ground. And I'm really looking forward to some of these backs running in the Rotorua team as well as the Wesley team.
And the referees we have today are Brandon Roberts, and on the AR, sideline referees are Harley Brown and Brad Evans. Tēnā koutou.
Looks like Rotorua boys will be kicking off. They're going from right to left. Wesley boys in the black and white hoops. Rotorua boys in the red and blue hoops. Both teams have come from semi-finals. Rotorua boys had a great comeback last week against Hamilton boys. They were down 33 points to 5 and managed to come back and win 34-33. And Wesley beat Francis Douglas 33-8.
That's a big start from Wesley, carrying strong up the field, but two huge wins from both kura last week. Rotorua came back from 33 points to 5 down to beat a very strong school in Hamilton boys. Wesley College travelled down to Taranaki to beat Francis Douglas, so huge wins from both teams to get to this point this year.
Rotorua boys look like they're on attack here. Just taking it forward. Nice pass there from the halfback Chisholm. Looking to go to the edge. Huge tackle coming in from the Wesley boys. Rotorua boys managed to tidy that up.
They've started with some fire, Wesley has. There was a big, strong run at the start, now a big tackle. Unfortunately, they made a mistake when they did have the ball, but you can see they're fired up for this game.
Box kick here from Chisholm, the halfback, finds the space. Wesley really wanted to take that, or might have just tackled him in the air though. Wesley might be let off the hook there. They didn't really want that ball to bounce. But the Rotorua tackler has taken number 20, Lucas Makiha, in the air, causing a penalty for the Wesley side.
Yeah, probably just a bit of an excitement there from the chaser. If we see here, the ball does bounce, so it sort of puts him off. Should I make the tackle? He's decided just to get stuck into it. Might have made the wrong decision, but he's shown his intention. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to get stuck in.
First line out of the day, whānau. Wesley to throw in. They'll be happy with that first line out there, the Wesley boys. Big carry out to the first pod. Big defence coming in there from the captain, Rogers. Rotorua boys. Ref goes back, no advantage to the Wesley boys. Looks like Rotorua boys were offside, so they're going to take it right up the front, I think, Atiro.
Yep, he's pointing towards the post. So if this is a final, they know that every point is needed, so he's going to go for a shot. Smart play here from Wesley College. They've had a good start and they want to get some points early, get some points on the board, take themselves in front and really put pressure on this Rotorua side. As we know with Rotorua though, they've had a couple of games this year where they've had to come from behind. They did it against Palmy and they did it against Rotorua. So just Wesley's going to have to play this game well and they're going to have to get ahead, but the challenge for them will be staying ahead.
Yeah, just as you said, Rotorua boys had a huge win against Hamilton boys last week, coming back from 33-5. You know, that's a bit of a miracle, to be fair.
Yes, especially against a school like Hamilton.
First attempt by Oscar Fraser.
Aye.
And that's successful. That takes the score out to 3-0 to the Wesley boys.
Ai, pai te whana o te nama 9, o te nama iwa.
Got it, you can see in the sidelines, whānau, there is a good crowd here that have come to Wesley College here up in Pukekohe. Awesome to see, a lot of the school representatives on a Saturday in their school uniform, Atiro.
Yeah, that's right. And I know the schools up in counties in Auckland are known for this type of atmosphere. They get along, they support their sides on the sideline. And that's, I think, part of the reason that Rotorua has brought their group up. They've got flags flying in the air from Rotorua. They've got orange buckets that they're using as drums. All the orange buckets. So, ka roha ki te whānau o Rotorua, if you go down to the warehouse to try and buy an orange bucket today, sorry, we've got them all up here with Rotorua Boys High School.
Actually, I think they might be sponsored by Maita Te, Atiro.
Ka pai.
All right, Rotorua boys, looks like they've got a scrum, attacking scrum. You would have seen on their kickoff that the Wesley side tried to exit, but there was a charge down from the Rotorua boys, which was shows the intention for this game. They're going to try and get their defence up quickly, and that came off promising, hence the reason they have to put into the scrum.
Yeah, it's been a fiery start from both teams. Exactly what we wanted. It's an exciting game. This first scrum is going to be very important from both sides to set a standard. And it's also the referee. If we watch a referee here, he's trying to set a standard just like we see there. He tries to set a standard at scrum time. And unfortunately for Rotorua, he hāmene kei a rātou.
As you know, whānau, if it's a free kick, you can't kick it out on the full. So I'm saying that he'll probably look to put up a big bomb.
Aye.
Lots of time there for Rotorua boys. Big kick downfield by the fullback, Owen. A little bit of footwork there from the winger, Makiha.
Aye, he whana whai wāhi. Kicking for position here, I often call this the ping pong battle. And now Wesley decide that's enough. Let's run.
Good carry there by Wesley. Retain their ball. Looks for the tip off, but it goes forward. Rotorua boys have the ball here. Excellent carry up the middle by the number 12, McGarvey. Wesley trying to hold him up in the air. Good play here by Wesley. He wants to get to his knees. Ref decides no, it's not going anywhere. So it will be a Wesley scrum. Just to explain that rule, whānau, if a player doesn't go to ground in the tackle, then it is a turnover to the defensive team. So you'll see now that Wesley will have the scrum put in.
Yeah, we see here that Wesley's got numbers around the ball. Often this is referred to as stacking. They've got lots of numbers around the ball. They've locked onto the ball. And because Rotorua can't get it back, it's a turnover to Wesley.
Really impressed with that wording, Ataro, how you referenced stacking.
And I actually got that word from Rotorua boys when I was coaching at Tauranga boys. They did that to us a couple of times.
Oh, another penalty here for the Wesley boys in the scrum. Looks like the ref saying that Rotorua boys coming in on an angle. Therefore, there is a penalty for the Wesley boys. Straight arm penalty, which means you'll be able to kick it out on the full and they will be able to get the throw into the line out.
Yeah, it's quite interesting there. We've had two scrums, one free kick to Wesley and now a penalty to Wesley. Rotorua boys knows that they'll have to get that under control pretty quickly. They don't want to be suffering penalties at scrum time because it is a strength of their game.
Both of these schools, Atiro, are well known for a lot of players who have gone a long way in the rugby world, and none other than the great Jonah Lomu.
Yep, one of our favourite players ever, potentially the greatest player ever, came from here at Wesley College. As well did Stephen Donald, who obviously won us a World Cup, and a very famous player, Sitivini Sivivatu. Those are just a few of many.
Rotorua boys unlucky there. McGarvey thought he might have been over the ball, but the ref didn't think so. Great counter-attack there by Te Ariki Rogers. Just unlucky there. Nice take there by Owen at fullback, but the referee says that the Wesley boys may have been in front of that kicker. I thought he called a mark as well, but the referee didn't play that. He might have been just thinking of the advantage he was playing out today.
Yeah, that's right. He's brought him back a few metres. They get a penalty, long arm penalty, as you called it before, and a chance to move down the field. I've been really impressed with young Te Ariki Rogers early in this game. He's a reason that he's the captain, and I can see that he's a physical player and he's got a real presence on the field. We just saw him tuck into that ruck and counter ruck there, and he looks strong. I can see why that these kids love to get behind their captain.
Rotorua boys looking to go wide here. Nice carry. Owen, bit of footwork. Out to the winger. Rakuraku Richards. Nice long pass, goes to ground though. Rotorua boys managed to get the ball back. Good defence coming in there from the number 14 from Taulanga.
Yeah, e whanatawhiti rawa. They've kicked it right down into the 22. Great play from Wesley, no reira, he whakararangi ki te taha.
Just unlucky for Rotorua boys earlier on there. They showed a little bit of promise using the ball. Just a big tackle there coming in from Taulanga for Wesley College. Shuts it down. Good heads up there by the fullback as well.
Yeah, one thing about Wesley that I do know, they're really good when it comes to heads up rugby. They have a natural flair and instinct. Structure hasn't always been their thing, but when they're able to find their flow and play freely, they're dangerous. Another long kick down into the other 22.
Nice deep kick. Doesn't get out of their own half, so Rotorua boys will have the throw into the line out in their attacking half. A little bit of a kick fest early on, Atiro.
Yeah, which I think is an ode to the defence of both teams. So when both teams are defending well, you're sometimes forced to kick in order to get into the positions on the field you want to be. So the defence for both sides has started well.
Line out to the back. Great tip off there from Rogers. Receives the ball, stays in support. Good carry there by Waititi. Another carry there by Mailulu. Big carry there coming in from Cody Renata.
Strong carry from the prop. Kua tiki ngā pai muri.
Macbeth Sori might have saw a gap there.
Hoki a tiki ngā pai mua. Back to our forwards, grinding their way through the field. Rotorua going to work.
Good defensive line by Wesley. Here he goes again. He's right into it. Solomone Mailulu. Pick and go there by Jake Hutchings.
Kōkiri tonu atu a Rotorua ki te pai piro o Wesley. They're grinding their way up the field.
Oh, just unlucky there. The Rotorua boys attacking player went in, got isolated. And then the Wesley defence managed to get over the ball. Here we go here. Just a little bit isolated there. You can see the Wesley boy just go straight on over the ball, and the referee says, yep, you hit that ball. Gives them a penalty. Gives them another opportunity to clear.
Yeah, good defensive play from that young man to get over the ball, but I do like what I just saw from Rotorua. Using their forwards to try and grind Wesley down. It's smart, disciplined rugby. We even saw a couple of tip passes in there showing their skills. I think Rotorua just needs to remain true to who they are and to what they're doing, and they'll start to reap the rewards. Ka whai hua.
Yeah, to be fair, Wesley haven't really had the ball in hand, have they? Knock on there by Rotorua boys. Really impressed with the first 15 minutes of the Rotorua boys loose forward trio. Rogers, Hutchings and Mailulu.
Yeah, that's right. Mailulu looks like a very strong ball carrier. We've already talked about Tāriki Rogers, who looks like he was chiselled from rock and raised out of a volcano, bro. Number 7, we know Hutchings is a New Zealand secondary school, so lots of talent in that back row for Rotorua.
Just want a huge shout out to our sponsors, One Foundation, and also we really want a big shout out to the local Gecko production. Without them, you know, this live stream wouldn't be available, so it's really great to have them on board. And for whānau, not only in our country but across the world that are watching the rugby.
What a kick right down to the 5-metre line. But yes, I agree, Regan, what a huge occasion for these boys. For a lot of these boys, they've been on TV actually a few times this year. But it's great for these students, their staff, their whānau to be able to watch these games whenever they want to. We'll still be online after this. Something we never had, Regan, and probably better that we didn't.
Here we go, Rotorua boys, hot on attack. Good carry there by McGarvey. Out the back.
Kua tiki te parirau pia.
Great try scored there by the fullback, Tokuaitua Owen. Exciting player. Watch him in the future. But great play up front there by the forwards for Rotorua boys. Getting the go forward. Here we go here, out to the first 5. Tokuaitua Owen goes to the line. Just about untouched. Excellent try there by Rotorua boys.
Ai, Tāhua. I really like the play there from Rotorua. It was, if I had a word to describe it, it would be clinical, Regan. You know, and that's the thing about these boys. They're still at high school, but they often play rugby that looks like professional rugby, and at that occasion, it definitely did.
Yeah, Rotorua boys have started off really well. Wesley just need to get in the game. They just need their ball a little bit more for them to show what they've got. But Rotorua boys are just handling their ball a lot better early on in the game. There's still a lot of time in the game to go. Score is 5 points to 3 to Rotorua boys.
Been very impressed with this number 12, young McGarvey. He's had a really strong start to this game. And this backline, looks slick. E hara ko te backline ke.
Here we go. Wesley to kick off. If you don't know, whānau, Wesley did play in the Central North Island competition, which is around the counties area, but they did play Francis Douglas in the semi-final and beat them 38-5, so quite a comprehensive win. They would have come into this game here really, really positive. Here we go, they've got the ball. See what they've got now. Good carry there by the first 5 Levi Byers. Turnover though by the Rotorua boys. They're going to run it out of their 22. Nice hands, great hands here by Owen. Just unfortunate for the second 5. Number 12, McGarvey knocked it on.
Yeah, great defence from Wesley. They're getting praise from the sideline. You could hear their coaches yelling, shut, shut. That means they're asking for their wingers and outside backs to come in and make tackles. And in that situation, they've come in for the shut and caused the mistake. Great defence from Wesley. Nō reira, he kakari.
All right, let's see what they've got. Hopefully they can hold on to the ball for a few more minutes, a few more minutes just to try and get that Okura defence working hard.
They're a talented side, this Wesley, Regan. I'm really impressed from what I'm seeing. They've got big boys in the forwards and backs that are willing to run it.
Massive scrum there by Rotorua boys. Refs doesn't want to listen to young Rogers there. He thinks that we need to have another scrum. Interesting to what he's saying to those front rowers. Probably trying to keep them to stay a little bit more steady, Atiro.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about the dark arts of the scrum, Regan, because I have no idea. But I do know Rotorua will be thinking about the last 2 penalties they've taken at scrum time. That's why Te Ariki Rogers is speaking to the referee. He wants to clear it up and get some understanding so that everyone's on the same page.
There they go again. Huge scrum there from Rotorua boys once again. I think, mate, the Rotorua forward pack might have a little bit of a heads up in terms of scrummaging with Haka Elliott as one of their coaches. You know, the ex-All Black front rower. He'll have a few tips up his sleeve.
Yeah, we know those types of guys. They love talking about scrums, Regan?
They love it, mate. I'm like you. I've got no idea. Mind you, though, I didn't get amongst the forwards when I was playing back in the heyday.
Oh, we're talking about during the match, not after the match, Regan. Prime opportunity again for Rotorua. Oh, just as I say that, he hamini.
Not straight there, whānau, which means that Wesley boys will get a tap. Ball needs to be thrown straight down the middle in a line out, whānau. There we go again. Big bomb. It's probably a little bit too deep though. Owen kicks it right back down. Here we go. Bit of space on the edge for Wesley College. Just need to hold on to that ball.
He's been involved a bit early, young Makiha, number 20.
Huge carry there by Manuika, is it? Still going. Big carry coming in there from Aseto Mani. Wesley forwards on attack, pick and go. Inches, that's what they call it around this area, Aotearoa.
Aye.
Inch by inch, any inch going forward is a positive.
Ai, ko giri tonu ai ki te pai piro. Oh.
Nice carry there by Kolomalu. Looks like there might have been a high tackle earlier on. All right, this has made the game a little bit more interesting. Aotearoa, Wesley's got the ball right on attack. Might have been started by that number 8, Manuika. Here he goes here. Close to the sideline. Big defence though by Rotorua boys. Wesley managed to hold the ball. Counter ruck coming in again though. A little bit scrappy in there. Looks like Rotorua boys may have turned that ball over, knock on, by the looks of things.
Ai, ne taka whakamua. Some strong defence in there from Rotorua. It's quite interesting there that Wesley went to the tap. They decided not to go to the corner, to the line out in the corner, straight to the tap. But Rotorua were up for it. They made the tackles and they counter-rucked, caused a bit of disruption.
Yeah, good call, Atira. I thought they might have, they were really close to that sideline as well. A line out may have been the better option, but hoi anō, mate, here we are.
Well, I do like that from these types of schools, like a Wesley. They don't always play to the same structures that a lot of our other schools do. They're saying, look, what they're basically saying is we're better at running it than we are at the line out here. Let's just go for it. Vai ana.
Chisholm there to put the ball in, just pushing his mate away. Fraser from the Wesley team. Rotorua boys carry it out from this first phase of play. Second phase, they're going to go wide. Owen out to the winger. Kicks it deep down to Makiha. Another charge down though by Rotorua boys. Makiha regathers. Got good footwork this boy. Look at him.
Yes.
Sees a gap. Nice. Oh, just unfortunate there for the centre. Number 13, Kelly. Semi Kelly. Just knocks it on there. Makiha showed a good pair of heels though. You just watch this little bit of footwork here.
Ai, pai te karo.
Yeah, nice goosey. Just unfortunate there, knocked on by Kelly.
Yeah, young Makiha has been involved early. He was a late inclusion to this team. That's why he's wearing the number 20 on his back, but he's had some great touches early in this game. Well done, young Makiha.
As you know, Whānau, the winner of this game will go through to the top 4 next weekend, which is in Palmerston North. So lots to play for these young boys. Another kick for downfield by Owen. Makiha decides to kick it back. Looks like it's a great kick. Might be a 40-20. Oh no, it doesn't go out. Nice carry there by Macbeth.
Yeah, calling that it's been touched here, so no. Rotorua thought that it may have been touched by Wesley, so they may not have been offside in that situation, but the referee said, Carl, was not touched, and you are offside.
See, they were a mile offside, I thought. I thought there was like a gridiron pass or something. Oh, he won't be happy about that, the Wesley kicker. Doesn't find touch, goes dead, so Wesley had the opportunity, or actually will go back for the scrum from where he kicked it.
That's right. It's been a great game and a great start from Wesley. I enjoy the way they're playing. I do think, though, that it looks like potentially Rotorua has an advantage at scrum time and also in the kick battles. We saw them run it out of their in goal and pass it to the winger who's got a left foot boot, and we saw them come from the other side with a centre midfielder kicked it with the right foot, and that's no fluke. They know what they're doing, they know who they're going to and who will put that kick down the field.
That's a great observation, Atira. I really like your way you're watching that game, man.
Oh, I'm glued to this one, Regan. I'm glued to this one. It's a good game.
Looks like the front row might have went down there, which is unfortunate, but it's a good thing for the Wesley boys. They want to make sure that this kick goes out.
Yeah, so we talked about Rotorua potentially having an advantage at scrum time because they have a strong scrum, but in saying that, there have been 3 scrum penalties to Wesley.
There he is, Rawiri YTT on the sideline.
Aye, and there's a few other politicians with him. Well done, come down to support all these boys playing rugby. What a great occasion. We know that he'll be here supporting Rotorua, but being a politician, he'll say that he's here supporting everybody. And that's really starting on the sidelines there. Waiata, haka, drums and all sorts whānau. It's a beautiful occasion here at Wesley College.
Great line out there by the Wesley boys. Huge carry coming in from the number 8 for Wesley, Manuika. Nice carry there by Pohiva. Good carry there by Vatu Wali Wali.
E kahana ngā hiki o ngā paumua o Wesley. The forwards are carrying really strong.
Good defensive line from Rotorua boys though. Auckland, great hole running there from Wesley. Nice offload. Excellent hand shown by the Wesley boys. They just need to maintain the go forward.
Wesley are going to be very dangerous if their passes keep sticking. It's those unstructured moments that they look their best, I feel.
Excellent hands by Wesley. Flicks it inside to his open side flanker. Another carry here. Asitumani offloads to Kulumalu, sorry. Great defence coming in there from McGarvey on the centre for Wesley. Great passage of play though by the Wesley boys. No advantage though. Ref says that the Rotorua boys were offside.
Strong. Ai, kua hara mai te ua, Regan. It's a bit of rain out there.
Yeah, didn't expect the rain to come in. Actually, you'll be able to see that whānau.
But as we know, I think the players will barely notice it at this stage. Yeah, it was a great play from Wesley. Went through multiple phases, got their forwards involved, plenty of offloads. But you have to admire the defensive line of Rotorua boys. They were steadfast in that one.
They're going for the points here. Not a bad option too. We'll take them out to the lead with another 3 points, as you can see there. Whānau, Rotorua boys, 8 penalties. Wesley, 2. The AR say that is successful, so that does take the score out to 6 points to 5 to the Wesley boys. Wesley College coming back into the game.
Ai, kua piki te kaita, hāmene a Rotorua, that's 8 penalties against them, 2 against Wesley. They're going to have to make some adjustments. They don't want to be giving away penalties that will bring Wesley right into this game.
Juggled there in the off the kickoff by Wesley, but they managed to set it up for their forwards. Another big carry there by Asitumani.
Chase here.
Good defence. Watch this boy though in broken play. Owen's got some great footwork. Here he goes here. Excellent offload there to YTT. You don't want to give Owen any space because he's got great footwork. Good carry there by Hutchings. Wesley need to just mark up on their men. Big defence though coming in on the hooker. Van der Hayden. Another big carry, Mairulu. Good carry by Mason Barry. Defence from Wesley's holding up. Oh, I don't know if he needed to pass that one. Looks like the ref had an advantage, so Wesley boys were offside. Another good passage of play by Rotorua boys. Atiro.
Yeah, they've got a lot of skills and a lot of threats around the paddock, but Wesley were up to the task there. I think Rotorua was a little bit lucky there. Looked like it could have potentially been a knock-on. Engari, ka whana ki waho. E whakarārangi kia Rotorua.
Line out drive here, Atiro.
Yeah,
It's close to the line.
yeah, talking about coaches that have coached these teams over the years, if Ngārimu Simpkins was still coaching this Rotorua team, I would say it would be 100% a line out drive, and I expect him to drive in this situation.
Captain Rogers straight up and down. Looks like the Rotorua boys are working the ball to the back. Good defence though by the Wesley boys, managing to hold it up. Excellent play there by Wesley.
Aye.
Just managing to hold those Rotorua boys up. They should be proud of themselves here.
Ai, pai ana te mahi a Wesley. We can see here they've wedged in. The forwards there have been able to wedge in and find a space within that maul and get their hands around the ball. That's great play from Wesley. Very clever, very smart. And you can see the coaches in the back line talking them through it.
I think it might have been the prop Turungi Bao who came through the middle there.
Expecting a strong scrum here from Rotorua. Well done from Wesley, they've cleared it well.
Running it from his own try line though. Good strong run though by the winger, number 14. Taulanga, Eti Taulanga. Good clearance there by the first five. He's had a pretty good game this first five, Levi Byers. Just seems to calm things down for his team.
Yeah, he's been good. Him along with the young boy Makiha, they've been able to get some good kicks downfield. That was a good exit from Wesley. Good strong carry from the winger and then a kick out of their 22. This is good, still a good attacking opportunity for Rotorua though.
I want to try and score before half-time. 35-minute halves. Great hole running there by McGarvey straight through the gap. Oh, looks like the ref may have called that a forward pass.
Ai, he whiua takamua pia.
Just unlucky there. Wouldn't mind watching the replay there, Tiro. I thought that might have been a nice hole that McGarvey ran into.
It was a really nice little move here.
Here it is here.
Great line.
Ooh.
Yep, watching that get again, I think.
Line ball, mate. But don't forget, Atiro, there's only one ref around here, mate, and he's doing a great job.
Ai, tautoko ana I te kaiwawa. I thought it was forward Reds.
All right, last minute of the game, of the half. Wesley really don't want Rotorua boys to score. And they'll go into their first half.
Ai, ka puta ki wa. Ai, o te hafi.
I might have jumped the gun there. The referee's watch is different to ours. So what a great half of rugby, Atiro. I think Rotorua boys came out strong, but Wesley managed to weather the storm, as they call it.
Yeah, it's a really good battle out there. I mean, they have two contradictory styles to me. I think Wesley got a lot of big boys. They like to play what's in front of them. Rotorua sticking to their structures will be really interesting to see what happens in the second half.
All right, Whānau, we'll be back with the second half really, really soon. Thanks for jumping on board. Looking forward to the second half between Wesley College and Rotorua boys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Stalled.
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
The forest should never have been taken off this steep hill country that's eroding, and it makes absolute sense to afforest those hills. What we're doing here is using the exotics to help that process get established. We're looking at a managed transition process where those pines are progressively thinned as the native understory establishes. We're trying to do several things here. Soak up carbon, establish native forest, and we're trying to improve biodiversity. You're achieving an awful lot with one program of activity.
My dad, he wanted somewhere so for all the whānau that were out streets, had somewhere to come home to, and they could call it their own. And so hence the journey of Takahanga Marae began.
Get the MāORI Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Point glow, top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make MāORI Plus your mate and stream now.
2, 1.
Kia ora tātou. Nau mai hoki mai, te hunga mā taki. Nau mai hoki mai ki tēnei hōtaka. We're very lucky at the moment. We have Mr. Chris Grinter, who has come and joined us in the commentary box. He tangata rongo nui ki roto I te ao mātauranga. He timu aki I ngā rā kua hipa ki roto I ngā kura e rua nei. He mātanga whutu paoro anō. O reira, Chris, thank you for coming to see us.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, Chris. Can you tell us a little bit about the history that you have with both schools?
Yes, I spent 40 years of my life and career working across these two schools. 6 years at Wesley and 33 or so at Rotorua.
And you have had a lot to do with both first 15s over the years. I hear you coached both teams, is that correct?
True, yes. I coached 6 Wesley first 15s and 12 Rotorua first 15s.
Nice, and I hear you took the boys to a few titles?
Few titles, yes. We went to top 4 a few times, and I was lucky that I won top 4 with each school. So that's quite special.
As we see here, Rotorua boys have just taken the kickoff and gone back into their mahi. There's some great players out there, Chris. You must have seen some great players in your time through both of these kura. Who are some of the players that stood out to you over the years?
Oh, yes, certainly. Both schools have featured with some pretty special players over the years. Obviously, a number of All Blacks out of both schools, and I'm sure both schools are really proud of the players that they've produced that have gone on to do good things nationally and internationally.
That's right. We see that Wesley has been able to steal the ball here within Rotorua territory, and they're on attack again. Just while you're here, there's been a lot of good players for these teams. One standout is Jonah Lomu. We always heard the story that he could have been a person who got in a bit of trouble before he got into rugby. Is that correct?
Well, he came from a supposedly, troubled part of South Auckland and brought, some of the issues of communities he lived in there. But having said that, in terms of his life at Wesley College, he was great. He was well behaved, worked hard, and a pleasure to teach and coach.
I think he did go on to be one of the greats of Wesley College, but I just want to talk about another great from Rotorua boys, Liam Messam.
Right.
You would have had a lot to do with him as well, Sprinter.
Yes, he was one of my captains, and Yeah, he was a pleasure to coach as well, and it's very satisfying watching how his career progressed and how he still contributes greatly to the game today.
And no doubt you have a lot to do with a lot of your former players and a lot of your students as of late, because we know that you've retired now, but you still keep in touch with them?
Oh yes, for sure. And coming to both schools, it's always a whole lot of hellos and catch-ups, and that's one of the pleasures of having a career in education.
Yeah, well, I just, from me, you know, I'm in the education sector, and we've heard a lot about you in terms of rugby and things, but you're actually a legend in terms of the principalship across New Zealand, Chris, and it's really a privilege to be sitting here next to you, watching the two great teams that you've been the principal of.
Yes, it's. I'm lucky, I guess. No matter who wins this game, I've got a bit of interest in the outcome, although my 33 years at Rotorua sort of comes through most strongly.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Crystal, have you got anything that you'd like to say to some of our viewers out there, or any of your whānau, just before we close?
No, just acknowledge that there are a lot of people involved in my 50 years in education, and I'm grateful for all the support from staff and students and whānau, and I consider myself very lucky to have had the career I've had.
Here we go.
All right, okay, Chris. Hey, I really appreciate your time, and hope you enjoy the rest of the game, but it's a privilege to have you as part of the team for this special occasion.
Thank you.
Tēnā koe, Chris. Thank you. Just while we're having that little kōrero there, Regan, all sorts has happened. Wesley College had a try tonight under the post as it was held up. Then they've got the ball and they're hot on attack again. The sound on the sideline from the Wesley supporters is starting to rise.
Yeah, the coaches would have had a lot of input and a lot of say at half-time, I'd say, Aotearoa, and as I have been watching a little bit of it while we were doing that interview, I see that Wesley's tempo has upped a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, they've come out firing. They've probably missed a couple opportunities there, unfortunately, for Wesley. They were hot on attack twice there, one from a line out. They got under the post, but were held up. They'll be missing those couple of opportunities, but what they're letting us know is that we're out here after halftime, ready to play. You ain't taking this Chiefs Cup from us very easy.
Good clearance kick there by Rotorua boys. Doesn't manage to get it out of his own half. However, they do have the throw to the line out. And it will be the Rotorua boys throw in. You'll see that there is a new player coming onto the field, number 21, Tu Kotahi Richards Tefo. And I'm sure that he's going to come on with a lot of energy and hopefully make a bit of difference for these Rotorua boys. Rotorua boys taking it into the ruck. Just going a little bit deep there. Nice hands by Rogers. Good defence though. Owen goes down, gets straight back on his feet.
Wondering if Rotorua is showing their wares early there. We just saw them go to the wing. And maybe something that they talked about at half-time, potentially using the edges of the field.
Just a little bit unlucky there. Looks like it's a knock-on from the Rotorua boys from the box kick from the number 9, Chisholm. They're back to the halfway. Looks like they're going to have to start again.
Yeah, I think a few of the calls aren't quite going Rotorua's way. I'm not sure young Hutchins actually touched the ball there. But that's all part of the ebbs and flows of rugby. They just have to deal with that, and being the professional type side they are, they'll just move on to the next job. Wesley, they'll just keep attacking. We see young Makiha has moved into first receiver here. He's had a strong start to the game, and he's an exciting player.
Really exciting though to have Chris Grinter here. As you know, whānau, they are playing for the Chris Grinter Trophy as well as the Chiefs trophy. And there's a little bit of history with this Chris Grinter trophy. It was first played for in 1993, and that was the first year that Chris Grinter had started teaching at Rotorua Boys, or the principal, sorry, at Rotorua Boys, and he had left Wesley in 1991. So a lot of history with Chris Grinter in both of these schools.
Yeah, that's right. They have a deep history, deep whakapapa for both these kura. Wesley was actually established in 1844, one of the first original schools of Aotearoa region. And they were established under the Methodist Church. So long history as well as Rotorua.
If Rotorua win, it will be the school's 8th appearance in the top 4, and they've had 4 titles. And if Wesley win, it will be their 9th appearance, and they've had 5 titles. So, you know, these two teams have been around for a long, long time in the Super 8 competition. In this high school competition, and as you've heard say time and time again, very, very special to be here today. Rotorua Boys, their turn to attack the Wesley line. Another good carry by McGarvey. Snow halfback there. Another good carry by Rogers. Mailulu, he's had a huge impact for this Rotorua Boys team this whole game.
A lot of really strong carries. He's been a phenomenon.
Nice carry there by Mason Barry. There he is again. Rogers, one side of the field to the other. They decide to go out the back. Just fumbled it out on that edge there. Looks like the ref's going to pull it back again though. And the Wesley boys are offside. They probably need to watch out, as they might end up getting a yellow card if they just keep him breaking in that advantage line, Atiro.
Yeah, each time Rotorua has come into the attacking 22 or into the 22 of Wesley, they've kept it nice and strong, and they've tried to set these platforms for their back line, but it's the rush defence from the Wesley backs that has disrupted their flow. So they'll look to adapt. If they can be accurate with these passes out the back and swing it accurately, I believe that they can score some tries on the wing.
Yeah, I think you said it earlier, the crowd were calling out to shut it down, and the defence on both edges of Wesley are shutting it down and putting the Rotorua boys attack under pressure.
Yeah, because they're disciplined carriers of the ball, though, I feel like they can hold it a little longer and keep using those big paumua that they have. Saying that, they've made an error, and if these errors keep compiling for Rotorua, it could give Wesley a sniff.
Yeah, that was a good line out though. You know, they took the ball clean in the air. However, when he was coming down, he sort of just fumbled it a little bit. Here he goes. Got it in the air, but just didn't get it down to the old puku, mate. Kept it around the upoko and knocked it on.
Those latches, the people who are coming in and supporting the catcher of the ball in that line out are coming really low and really fast. That means he has to get the ball down extra quick.
Yeah. Wesley held the scrum that time. Good carry here by number 11, Natutu Sau. This time Rotorua boys are offside. That's probably the eagerness of both teams, I think, Atiro, eh? That's why they're probably offside, mate. They just want to keep the heat on.
Yeah, especially in that territory, trying to put pressure on the carry, pressure on the kickers. But my concern at the moment is that the penalty count is piling up for Rotorua.
Just want to shout out to the local Gecko team. Thank you, whānau, for bringing this coverage to all the whānau that are watching this. Also, whānau overseas and everybody else that has the opportunity to watch this. It's a really privilege. If you didn't know, whānau, Local Gecko Production is a family-owned business from Rotorua who are thriving in this area, so it's really good to have them on board.
Aye, big thanks to Local Gecko Productions.
Good carry there coming in from Kolomalu. Nice tip off there from Torungi Bao. Just unlucky there with the turnover. Te Ariki Rogers. Big carry there by Tuaisi. Counter-attack coming in for Rotorua boys, but he's got some good footwork, Kolomalu.
Aye, pai te karo o te tama nei. He's got skills. I've seen him do a couple of offloads, side steps, and that's what I like about Wesley Rugby. You know, we think about people like Jonah Lomu. They weren't just big runners, they were fast. They had footwork, and it's great to see that from these big Wesley boys.
Just unlucky there. The ref might have blew the whistle a little bit early because Wesley had the bounce of the ball with their chip kick. However, they're still going to have the ball, but not probably where they were going to end up. Good passage of play though, but yeah, I like the Kolomalu's footwork.
Yeah. He's got size to go with it as well,
Yep.
which is not uncommon for these boys out of Wesley College. And we see here Te Ariki Rogers, I can just see it on his face. He understands what's sort of happening here, that the penalty count is starting to pile up. And he knows he has to do something about it. He's a mature young boy, he's having good conversations with the referee. He'll be looking for some support from his leadership in order to stop this penalty count mounting against them.
Also want to shout out to Caltex as one of our sponsors, Whakaata MāORI as well. And we really appreciate all the support that you're putting into this this rugby game today. There he is. Big carry there by Mahuika. One to watch, however. The ref says that it might have been held the ball in there. Somebody must have got straight over the ball. Excellent play by Rotorua boys. Looks like it might have been the new player, Richard Stefo. All the boys are giving him a bit of a congratulations.
Yeah, there was a big, strong carry from the number 8. But Rotorua were able to get in front of him, make the tackle and get over the ball quickly, and we'll be able to see potentially who this is. It's like it may have been the number 2. Oh, yes, got that number 2. That's Bronson van der Hayden. Well done, Bronson, great work, and he's really, he's done a great job for his team to stop Wesley having a good attack at that line.
Look at the supporters on the at the back there, whānau, getting a bit of a rev up from the linesman. Move back, boys. Looks like they want to jump on the field. Rotorua boys to throw in. Tap back though by the Wesley boys.
Ai, kua taha I te poro.
Here he is again, Mahuiki's a big, strong lad. There he is again, Kolomalu, just driven back at the defence there by Richard Stefo. Counter-ruck coming in from their captain. Nice tip ball there.
Aye,
great hands there by Tuaisi.
He's only a little fella, Tuaisi, so he did really well to get that offload away.
Knocked back there by Wesley. Picked up by Byers. We just need to slow it down a little bit, I think, Wesley, just to get a bit more control.
It's this unstructured rugby, though, that I really like, and it gives Wesley not just opportunities, and I think that pass went forward.
Yeah.
It creates opportunities for Wesley, but it also creates opportunities for Rotorua to be penalised when you're trying to react to that type of rugby. So I think it's very smart from Wesley. Engari, few whakamua te poro. Nō reira, he kakari kei te haramai.
Nice pass, just unlucky there by young Makiha, who's had a good game for Wesley.
Yeah, Rotorua
didn't get the ball out of his hands clean enough.
Rotorua having to dig deep here. We know that they have to play a lot of big games, game after game. They've played Tauranga, they've played Hamilton, they've played Palmerston North in a Super 8 final. And it could potentially be wearing on them. They're just going to have to remain focused and give it everything they've got because they want to head to Palmerston North for that Nationals top 4 semi-final.
Nice footwork there by Tutufaiva. Huge carry down the edge there from the Wesley boys. Another carry there coming in from Wesley. Good continuity here. Good carry by Boss. Huge hit there though by the number 3 from Rotorua, Renata. Wesley going to the edge.
The confidence is starting to grow. We can see them moving the ball. We can see the sideline getting behind them.
Mahuika again. Roger saw the ball there. Didn't want to jump on it. Good carry there by Kelly.
Pai ana te rautaki o tēnei tima. Whiatu ki te taha, ki ngā taha.
Another good carry coming in there from Pohiva. He's had a strong game when he gets that ball, that young man. Good defence though by the Rotorua boys. Here he is again, Kolomalu. He's had a lot of touches in the second half. Pohiva again. Sorry, that was Asitomani. Here he is, Pohiva.
So many big athletes. Rotorua, they're remaining disciplined. They're up to the fight.
Great turnover there by Rotorua boys. Good defence, managing to hold out that Wesley attack.
Yeah, great discipline. Kahana te tāhai o te paumuara. It's a great steal from the prop there. And that's the discipline they've got to, they expect from themselves. They just held their line despite Wesley's efforts. They were patient and an opportunity presented itself and they took it. That's the quality of Rotorua.
Excellent kick downfield by Rotorua boys. Looks like there may be an injury or the ref wants to have a chat to somebody. Here is Pohiva. Just have a look to see who gets over the ball here from Rotorua. Looks like it's the number 3, Cody Renata.
He's had a strong game, Cody. Because it was a penalty, it should be Rotorua ball. I'm really interested at what tactics they'll take at this point, Regan. Often we talk about in rugby the orange zone and how that's the biggest battle in the field, which is the middle part of the paddock. And they're under pressure, behind by 1 point. What sort of tactics will they take into a line out and into the attack in this situation? Be very interesting.
Yeah, well, you talked earlier, oh, there you go, Whānau. You can have a look at the stats there. So 59% possession to Wesley. And I'd say that possession comes in the second half here because Rotorua boys did have a lot of the possession in that first half. Line breaks 12. Rotorua boys 6. Quite even out there, to be fair. Scrums 1. Rotorua boys 6. Turnovers 9. So, you know, it is quite an even game and that's reflected in the score as well. But you did mention earlier, Atiro, that Rotorua boys have played some of the big teams over the last few weeks and they've prevailed in the second half and come back, you know. So that's a good insight to what the coaches are doing, making sure that they're fit enough for this rugby. Fitness is key at this level.
That's right. And resilience is another one there, Regan. huge comeback against Hamilton and a huge comeback against Palmerston North, so we know they've got it in them, but they're facing a real beast here in Wesley. This is a smart kick from the young halfback and a good take from young Makiha at the back, who's had a very good game. He's been steady at the back.
Yeah, he's had a great game, this young Makiha. I think he might have came in as a late call-up too.
Aye. So initially he was named on the bench, and about 10 minutes before the game we got the call that he was starting, so well done to him. Right.
Great run here by Tutawhaiva. Just turned it over there. Oh, what a great kick though by the Wesley boys.
Huge moment there. I thought it was a great... I actually thought that he may have been taken after he kicked this ball. But the ref didn't see it that way. Wesley's taken the ball in.
Gives the crowd a bit of grief. Tutawhaiva. Quick throw in there by the Wesley boys. Another good turnover by Rotorua.
It's that same man again. Number 2, young Bronson Van der Hayden. I wonder if he's any relation to Curtis Van der Hayden, who used to play for Rangataua, who's a big supporter of Rotorua boys rugby.
Good clearing, good kick there by Rotorua boys. Puts them way down on the attacking half. There we go there, Aotearoa. There's those Mitre 10 drums that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's right, whānau. Sorry, there are no more orange drums left at, orange buckets left at Mitre 10. Sorry, our whānau in Rotorua, you'll have to wait for another day.
Resines might have some.
Great opportunity here for Rotorua, Ihua. They haven't had a lot of position down here in Wesley's territory. The team will know how important this is.
Great take there by the number 5, Weaver. Here he is. Big carry down the edge. Oh, unlucky. May have just went out. Cody Renata's coming into his own in the second half. Early turnover. Great run down the sideline. Let's have a look at this. Big take by Weaver. Bit of a planned move. Here he is here, look. Might have just stepped out there from the covering defence.
Seen them run that before against Tauranga boys a few weeks ago and they scored from it. But I've been really impressed by this front row late in the game. They've been awesome.
Right, Wesley running it off their line. Oh, just managed to keep a hold of that. Close to the side and ripped out there. Here he goes again. Close to the line, Rotorua boys. Big carry there by Mailulu.
Kōkiri tonu atua a Rotorua, ka tata ki te pai piro. Here he goes again, number 3.
Penalty advantage here. Great carry by McGarvey, gets over the line. Great try there to Rotorua boys. Well deserved by that young 12. McGarvey, who's had an excellent game. But it's the forward pack of Rotorua boys who managed to just get amongst it, close to the line. And the young boy, Cody Renata, deserves a huge pat on the back from his boys.
Yeah, some great smart work there from Hutchins. Safe and sound with his quick hands to McGarvey at 12. Great play from Rotorua. We talked about the ability to come back, and they've fought their way back into this game. Once again, Rotorua, on a crucial occasion, they've come back.
Takes that score out to 10-6. Conversion is successful. Makes it 12 points to 6 to Rotorua boys versus Wesley College here in Auckland at Pukekohe. 10 minutes to go in this Chiefs Cup final. The Chris Grinter Trophy in the Chiefs Cup up for grabs today.
Not only a Chiefs Cup, the Chiefs Cup and the Chris Grinter Trophy, but also a trip to the Final Four in Palmerston North. That's what both teams will really want, is a chance to be number 1 school in the country. 10 minutes to go, this game can still go either way. Take one try from Wesley to put them in front. And Rotorua will be looking fall back on their fitness and their resilience to get them home.
It's been a great game today. Weather's turned it on, rain's gone. Interesting last 9.5 minutes. All the Wesley supporters will be getting up, trying to get their boys up. The Rotorua boys will be banging on those drums. Went to the back, cleaned up there by the new first five, Richard Steffo. Not a bad option there. Great play there by that. The Wesley player kicks it out on the full. Here they come, Rotorua boys, famous for their second half rugby.
That's right, ka huri te waka me ki. There's been a bit of a momentum shift towards Rotorua in these last few minutes, and we see that they're pumped up. But it'll only take one break or one big tackle from Wesley for the momentum to change again.
Here they go, Wesley running it out of their own half. They just need to get a few people around the ruck, Wesley. They've had a few turnovers just to secure that ball. Good carry there. Good sportsmanship there, you would have seen by Wesley. One of the boys had cramp and his mate was giving him a hand. Quick tap there by Tutawhaiva.
I like that decision from Rotorua. They know that they've got a bit of momentum there, so they're trying to keep the game flowing and trying to tire out Wesley College.
Pick and go, looking to go wide.
Oh, rawa te karo o te tamara, te nama te kaumatoru. Tai atu ki te parirau, he piro.
There he is again, 2 tries today for the fullback. Tokowaitua Owen takes the score out to 15-6. Exactly how you called it, Atiro. Quick tap there by the number 14, Tutawhaiva, because they were on, had the momentum, like you said.
Yeah, I love the work here from Rotorua, this type of rugby we like to watch. Great sidestep from the centre there to create an opportunity. Got the ball quickly out to the fullback. He's had a very good game. I've loved the soft touches from the number 7, Hutchins, in this game. Not only is he a menace at the ruck, he's got really, really good skills as well. I can see why he's in that New Zealand secondary schools team. An important kick coming up.
Yeah, he's got a good headspace, mate. Nice, cool and calm when he needs to be. I've seen him a couple of tips. And I think McGarvey there, that last final pass, he probably would have been keen for another try as well. But good offload, mate. Back in the day, if that was you, Atiro, you would have went all the way.
Oh, I would have done me, but probably got tackled. And maybe a turnover to go with it.
Kick just misses off the post. Score remains 15 points to 6. Te Raukura, here it is here. You would have saw that quick tip off by Hutchings, like we were just saying. Here's McGarvey, gets it wide. Tokowaitua Owen goes over untouched. You'll see the principal there from Rotorua boys in their corner. JK, John Kendall, just taken over the job from Chris Grinter. Here they go, Wesley. They're not going to give up easily. Good carry there by Kelly.
Great break.
Going out the back. Good defence out on that edge from Rotorua boys. There he goes again, Makiha.
There's so many big athletes across the field. They're awesome to watch this Wesley side, and it seems as the closer they get to the try line, the bigger they get rigged.
Here we go. What do they do here? They've got to go for the try.
Kua whati te te ara o kapa anō, once again, Wesley have been able to make a break that's led to this opportunity. They've made plenty of breaks in this game, which is a testament to their talent.
Big carry there, but once again from Kulumalu, who's had an excellent game. They're going to go to the edge, though. Great defence coming in from the Rotorua boys. Managed to drag JD Lee out to the sideline. Exactly what the Wesley boys didn't want. Sure, Rotorua just take their time now.
Yep, this line out's still very crucial. Wesley will still see this, even though it's a defensive line out, as an opportunity. They know that anything can go wrong here and they'll be ready to pounce on the ball. So Rotorua will be looking to be very, very accurate. We know they take pride in their line out.
Another shout out to our sponsors, Caltex and Whakata MāORI. Thanks for your support. Good line out there by Rotorua boys. Referee says it's not straight. Quick tap here. Great carry there by Mailulu. Mind you, he knocked it on. Great defence by Rotorua boys.
Yeah, we talk about anything can happen at line-outs. It's quite interesting. I thought that line-out was actually straighter than the last couple we've had. I thought that Rotorua threw one that might have been a bit wobbly, as did Wesley. But it was that one that the referee decided wasn't straight.
Just want to remind you, Atiro, there's only one ref, mate, and he's had a great game.
Oh, he's had a very good game. He's been very consistent, and I really appreciate his communication to the players.
Yeah, and he has taken time to talk to the captains when he needs to, so awesome referee, and also to your ARs. Here they go. Looks like they're going to try and run it out from the own half. Here he is, Tukuaitua Owen. May have been a little bit of an injury here. Referee decides to just blow the whistle to hold it up.
E takoto tonu ai te tamara. We hope he's right. Kia puki te ora e tama.
Oh, there he is there. He just got his head on the wrong side there and just may have copped an elbow or a hip. So hopefully he's going to be okay.
He whara pea ki te kaki, ki te upoko pea. Ai, I rere ana ngā whakaaro aroha ki tēnei tama.
What a game though, Atiro. Rotorua boys have come to the party today. Wesley have been strong as well throughout. This boy here, McGarvey's had a great game.
That's right, we hoped for a good game, and it's been that and more. Regan, I've loved the way both sides have played the game. I like how the crowd's got in behind both teams. The atmosphere is awesome. And with a couple of minutes to go, there's still a chance for Wesley to come back into this. But I'll have to say, so far it's been a pretty clinical display from Rotorua, despite the ability and the momentum that Wesley has had at times in this game.
Yeah, just their defence has been really good, and they managed to get a few crucial turnovers in the ruck there just when Wesley were on a roll. So, yeah, huge accolades to both teams, actually. A couple of minutes to go in this Chiefs Region final between Rotorua boys and Wesley College.
I love the attitude from Rotorua in that last scrum. They ran it out of their 22, Regan. In a big game like this, they're not afraid to use their backs, and their back line is talented, so why not? Let's see what they do here. I'd probably expect a kick from a midfield scrum, but I've been wrong before.
But you're right this time, and it's an excellent kick downfield by Rotorua boys, exactly what they wanted to do, just get further and further away from their line. Just makes it a little bit harder for Wesley to get over that line, so great play there by Rotorua.
Look at the sideline. It's just awesome to see that sort of stuff, eh, Regan? The Wesley students there in their blazers representing their school.
Oh, it's absolutely awesome, Aotearoa. I love watching the high school rugby and the support that the rest of the tamariki from their schools jump in and support their first 15s.
That's right. And they support every moment, whether their team is up or down. That's what I enjoy the most.
Right to the final whistle.
Aira.
Referee says no, might have got the call from the AR that there was a knock on, quite possibly in that line out.
Yep, it's interesting to see what they'll do from here. I actually expect Rotorua to kick this again, but I wouldn't be surprised with their talented backline if they do go wide. However, at this time in a crucial game, maybe position on the field could help them get the result thereafter.
Big scrum at the end of the game there by Rotorua boys. The famous M2 wipers. Wesley want to run this back. They want to keep the ball in hand here. Oh, bit of a grubber. Nice regathers though. Well done. Excellent play by number 13, Tawaru Waititi.
Yep, I thought it was a good pick from the young winger there. He put it through, he regathered. Unfortunately though, Rotorua got over the ball faster and were able to take it away. But I like it when Wesley plays like that, Regan. They create these unstructured moments that just makes them look dangerous.
Unorthodox rugby, I think they call it. Great kick there by Rotorua boys. They have had a clinical game, to be fair, Aotearoa, and it's a huge accolades to their coaches. You know, their fitness is right up there, and I'm sure that they'll be really happy going into next week into the top 4.
Yeah, it's always a testament to your rugby program when your players, your first 15 gets better when they're under pressure or they're behind. Well done, Rotorua.
Nice carry there by Hutchings. Another line-out move there by Rotorua boys.
Yeah, they've got plenty of pure plays.
Good carry there by Tavake. McGarvey takes it into the midfield. Nice tip-off there.
When we talk about clinical, I think this is where Rotorua looks their best, when they're using their big forwards to carry tight off the rucks, waiting to create a good platform for their backs. Because they're so disciplined at ruck time, they're very hard to get the ball off as well. Commentator's curse there, Regan.
Yeah, there you go, mate. Commentator's curse. Wesley boys here, they might want to run this. Nice kick down field there by the Wesley boys. Could quite possibly be the last play of the game. You can see in the back there, the Whakarewarewa tent is up there. They've had a great season down in Rotorua. Good to see them here and supporting Raukura. Tap back. Referee's not happy with something in the line-out. Gives Wesley another opportunity. Here we go. Big carry there. We are on the ref's time, whānau, so the ref will blow it up when he's ready. Good long pass there by the Wesley boys. Nice carry there by... Actually, that's it, whānau. Looks like that was a forward pass. Excellent play there by Rotorua. Great display of rugby by Raukura. They will go through to the top 4 next week in Palmerston North. They will also win the Chiefs Cup and the Chris Grinter Trophy. So what a game by both teams. Wesley, just a little bit unfortunate, couple of little errors throughout the game. Rotorua boys showed their fitness in the second half and late in the game. So what a great game for both of these teams. Coaches should be proud, whānau should be proud, and I'm sure that everybody else who supported their teams are really proud of these young boys. College rugby is going a long way in New Zealand, Aotearoa, and really looking forward to the top 4, which will be going ahead next week in Palmerston North. Rotorua boys, I'm sure they will take a huge crowd down there, huge following. Hopefully their principal, John Kendall, may even take the whole school down on a couple of buses. No pressure, JK. Here we go, replay whānau. McGarvey had an excellent game throughout this game. Out to Tukawaitu Owen. Scores one of his 2 tries. Good carry down the edge there, you'll see from Wesley, but the defence from Rotorua was just too good throughout this game. There he is, McGarvey, spoke about him earlier. There's that Rotorua defence that we spoke about earlier. We're just going to go out to do some interviews, whānau, with the captains of both teams. Te Ariki Rogers from Rotorua boys, who had an outstanding game, the number 8, and I'm sure he'll be proud of his boys and really happy with the win today. All right, whānau, here we go. We're just going to throw it to Te Atiro, and he will be interviewing our captains.
Kia ora whānau, I'm here with the kapene o Rotorua, ko Te Ariki Rogers tēnei. Te Ariki, what a brilliant effort from your team once again to come from behind. You must be very proud of your boys.
Yeah, I'm very proud. Ever since we lost to Palmy, I think we went back to the drawing board and looked ourselves in the mirror, and we talked about legacy throughout these past weeks, and we wanted to make our old boys proud and all our whānau proud. It's been 10 years since we've went to top 4 and won the Chiefs final, so yeah, hopefully we can make more history by doing well there.
Well done, Te Ariki, and on behalf of all people watching, I'm sure we see what you guys are doing, and we're very proud of the way you're playing rugby. You must be really happy with the support that's come up from Rotorua for you guys. Have you got anything to say to the supporters here today?
Oh, just a big me to use. You know, you've been travelling with us every year, full of bus loads, and use our wise while we play the game, and it's perfect support down here, especially against a strong Wesley side. We knew it was going to be a big dog fight, and you've seen in that first and second half, they didn't let off the throat, and they just kept pounding us, so I give up to them. Congratulations for them to make the Chiefs final. You know, we've respected them ever since we played them first in the first of our season. But yeah, just a big mihi to our supporters, man, for coming down, and yeah, kia ora.
Kia ora, Te Ariki. What a great game from Rotorua. Congratulations on taking both the Chiefs Cup and the Chris Grinter Cup, and we wish you all the best as you head down to Palmerston North for the national top 4. Hai, tēnā koe. Kia mātāra Papa Ioia kei tahara mai a Rotorua. I'm now here with the captain of Wesley. I'm saying the losing captain, but it doesn't feel like you guys are a losing side. Or I thought you guys played well. You must be very proud of your team.
Yeah, no, just proud of the boys, you know. They showed heart and effort out there. And also big ups to Rotos, you know. They set the benchmark from pre-season. And yeah, congratulations to them, and wish them all the best for top 4.
Oh, awesome. So what's on the cards for you guys now? Your 15th season must be finished now. You guys will all start sevens training next week, will you?
Oh, hopefully. We'll probably just go down and play nets with the boys. Yeah.
I talked to Te Ariki about the supporters coming out and getting behind them. You must be really stoked. You've got a big crowd here today. You must be really proud of your support crew that's here for you fellas today.
Yeah, no, they play a massive game now. Like, this is why we play the game. We play for them and also play for the legacy before us. But yeah, couldn't be here without them. And yeah, thanks to them.
Congratulations, bro. You've had an awesome season. Ai, kua hoki a tātou ki runga, ki a Regan, tēnā koutou.
Kia ora whānau, there you go. Great win by Rotorua boys. They'll be off to Palmerston North next week for the top 4 finals. Commiserations to Wesley. Thank you for the game though. Nā mihi nui ki a koutou mō tō mā taki mai whānau. Thank you to the production team for everything that you've done, Local Gecko and our sponsors, Caltex and Whakaata Māori. Anō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.